Unraveling, disaster, a deep dive for English learners. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English learning journey. Today, we're going to unpack a word that you might have heard quite often, but might not fully understand: disaster. Stay tuned as we explore its meanings, uses, and some common phrases it's used in. Let's dive in. Disaster is a noun, and it refers to a sudden event that causes great damage, destruction, or suffering. This could be a natural event like an earthquake, flood, or hurricane, or it could be a man-made event like a car accident, a building collapsing, or a fire. The key here is that a disaster is something serious and harmful. It's not a word we use for small problems or inconveniences. If you forget your umbrella and it starts raining, that's not a disaster, that's just unfortunate. But if a heavy storm causes flooding in your town, that's a disaster. Now that we know what disaster means, let's see how we can use it in sentences. 1. The earthquake was a disaster. It destroyed many homes and buildings. 2. When the computer system crashed during the exam, it was a complete disaster. 3. Their picnic was a disaster because it started raining and they had to go home. In all these sentences, disaster is used to describe situations that are very bad and have serious negative effects. There are also some common phrases and idioms that use the word disaster. Here are a few. 1. Recipe for disaster. This phrase is used to describe a situation that is very likely to lead to trouble or failure. 2. Example. Leaving a group of young children alone with paint and no supervision is a recipe for disaster. 3. Avert a disaster. This means to prevent a disaster from happening. 4. Example. The quick response of the fire department helped to avert a disaster. 5. Courting disaster. This phrase is used to describe someone who is taking unnecessary risks. 6. Example. Riding your bicycle in heavy traffic without a helmet is courting disaster. And that's it for today's lesson. We hope you now have a better understanding of the word disaster, how to use it in sentences, and some common phrases it appears in. Remember, a disaster is a serious and harmful event, so it's a strong word to use. Make sure to use it appropriately, and you'll sound like a native speaker in no time. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.